Hey, good morning and welcome to Brunch with Brian, your daily live stream, your morning helping of success thinking and great training. Today we are going to talk about why would a seller say yes? Why does a seller do it? Why does a seller do a seller financing deal? Whether it's a subject to deal, seller financing, and there's three main closing calls in the pretty house terms creative financing world. And the big three, these are the ones that you should be relying on, are the seller financing closing call, the subject to closing call, and the sandwich lease purchase closing call. Now, sometimes the sandwich lease purchase comes in, and there's 7 reasons why, which I'm going to go over on one of our Teaching Tuesdays. Guys, if you didn't see the Teaching Tuesdays, if you weren't on that Teaching Tuesdays, I'm disappointed in you. That was a magical, incredibly, money-making bunch of content, and really very important. If you want us to email you that link, go ahead and email us at support@thewolffcouple.com, and we'll actually send you the audio link for yesterday's Teaching Tuesdays, which was incredible. It was all about scripts, and partly what we're talking about this morning is related to scripts, because you got to tell the student, sometimes you need to tell the seller why they want to do the deal. All right, and so we're going to get to that in a second. So today is November 2nd. It's a great day. As always, it's National Special Education Day and Special Kids Day, so that's nice. National Mutt Day, you know how we love dogs around here. Package Protection Day, and International Abolition of Slavery, because this is the day John Brown was actually hung. And guys, if you had a chance, there was a very interesting series on HBO with Ethan Hawke about John Brown, and it was just a limited series, but it was pretty great. And if you get a chance to binge watch that, I mean, it was very interestingly presented, not all historical, very intense. So if you get a chance to see that, it's called The Good Lord Bird. It's kind of a crazy title, but it's called The Good Lord Bird. And if you have a chance to see it, it's really good. So guys, I want to talk about why would a seller do it. And if you guys have seen us, you know that you've gotten this handout at some point. And as it says on the top, what you say makes you money. So that's our saying. Everybody say that. What I say makes me money. One more time. What I say makes me money. All right, that's awesome. All right, also, since we're talking about sellers and why sellers do it, let's do a couple more affirmations on that. First of all, I want you to say, I love reaching out to people. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I love reaching out to people. Okay, again, I love reaching out to people. And that's, we all have a little bit of fear of the phone. And if you say that right before you call, that's helpful. And I love helping sellers. Let's all say that. I love helping sellers. Okay, and again, I love helping sellers. And that's what you're in the business. You can't help everybody. And maybe it's only 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20 that you can help. But you really can help them in a way that nobody else can help them a lot of times. And it really means a lot, what you can do with the creative financing. So why would a seller do it, guys? There's some basic benefits, and these should be in your marketing, and they should also be they're in the scripts. So when you're saying the no script, especially, because what's the no script? The no script is basically your brief shot at saving somebody who already looks like they're not interested. So what you got to do is entice them with a bunch of benefits. And yes, you got to keep them fast. They already said no to you once, so they're probably not the most patient seller you're ever going to talk to. So that's why I want you to be brief and get to the point. But some of the things, one of the things that's the preeminent reason that they'll sell to you is, it says it on your sign, full price for your house, or full price for pretty houses. Okay, so full price, top price, sometimes we say top price. One of the best sayings is sell not, you can have variations on this, but anything from sell fast for top price, that's the more reserved version. And then if you're going to go for it, we say sell now for full price. So sell now for full price. Okay, that's your saying on your. So that's obviously a big one, is get a good price for the house, top price or full price. The next one is instant sale. We can close immediately. We do one title check and we can close within, honestly, if you can get the title work back in a couple days, we can close in a couple days. So it can be a very quick process, but you know, in under a week for sure if they want to go super fast. There's no hassles. You don't have to wait around for financing. You don't have to wait for a bank. You don't have to get an appraisal. Nobody's doing any inspections. So this can be a very fast deal. No commissions. There's obviously that can be 6% of the deal. And when you, especially if you get into these houses where it's a $50,000 house, that's a, you know, 50,000 times 6% is 30 grand. So that may be just 30 grand off the top in commissions. That would be your profit margin. If they'll sell it a $500,000 house to you for 470 on terms, that's a pretty good deal. So I would say yes to that. So, but there's no commission. So that's very attractive for people, especially in higher prices. No closing costs. This isn't always the way it works, but generally in terms deals, especially when you're getting a nothing down deal, generally, guys, we are paying the closing costs, and you will offer that. Hey, we pay all the closing costs, no closing costs. And yes, we do advertise that too. Now, if you have a state where there's very high closing costs, in our state, they're extremely minimal. It costs me $17 to buy a house, and it's just 2 recording fees. And I know that drives some of you guys crazy because you have huge, you know, closing costs that come to, you know, 3% of the deal or more sometimes with some of you guys. So be careful, know what your closing costs are in advance before you offer to pay all the closing costs. But generally, yeah, you're going to pay the closing costs on a deal where they're giving you the house for nothing down. Okay, no financing delays. As I said before, instant sale. You don't have to wait for the bank. You don't have to wait for anybody else to rubber stamp this. They say yes, and it's done. You know, I mean, you're good to go. So if they say yes, that's the only person that has to make the decision on this. Then go quickly. And you know what? Some people just don't want to have to fix up the house. So as is, we buy the house as is. That's really important. And a lot of that might be half your deals, guys, that they have a house that they know they can't just straight up list it with a realtor because it's a mess. And so they don't even want a realtor to come over because they've had 2 realtors over and both realtors said, you got to fix the house up and you got to clean this up and you got to maybe do some stuff or else nobody's going to want to buy it. And then you come over and say, I love this house. This is just what I want. And don't worry about those repairs. Okay, and then that's a lot of times the people you get. So we buy as is, no repairs needed. Okay, did you write that one down? I hope you're writing these down because these are really valuable. These are the keys that are keys to the kingdom. These are the things that you got to say that will sway your sellers and get you the deals. All right, and then a lot of people hate showings, and especially today, especially with the COVID and with all that going on, and people aren't so comfortable. Some people are extremely uncomfortable if they have underlying morbidities where they don't want anyone in their house. They don't want anyone near them. My son actually, I don't know if I want to tell you that, but he went through this thing. Well, I'll tell you, I guess. He went through this thing with a fungus. It's a local fungus they call valley fever. And he's having some respiratory issues right now. And so he couldn't come over for Thanksgiving, and it's kind of sad. But you know, some people just don't, either it's that or for some other reason. Another seller we had on a $600,000 house, her kid got sick, so she had to put it off, and we didn't want to, it was like an hour and a half away. So this is something where you can see the house virtually. So that's a big plus. You know, no hassles with showings. Usually that means you don't have to show it to a whole bunch of people, but it could mean just you don't even have to show it at all. You can just do a virtual deal meeting with me and we can wrap this thing up. So that's what's possible nowadays. It's going to be a pretty thorough deal meeting. It's going to be a pretty thorough house tour with a camera, and you're going to have them taking you on it. That's all in our new system, Deals at a Distance, which is all about virtual buying and selling. So guys, that's the main that's the main benefits to your seller that I want you guys focusing on. You know what? It is National Mutt Day. So this guy goes into this bar with his dog, and he says, hey, everybody, hey, can I get your attention? My dog here can talk. I have a talking dog. And everybody says, no way, dogs can't talk. Get out of here. Get out of this bar. We never seen you before. You're just full of it. And he says, no, I'll put my money where my mouth is. And he slaps money down on the bar. And he says, anybody who wants to bet me, I will bet you that my dog can talk. And so everybody goes, there's no way. And so they all kick in. So they're all putting in 20s. He put a 20 on the bar. So they're all kicking in money to get in on the bet. And then the guy turns to his dog when everybody's got their money and he says, okay, dog, talk. Show him how you can talk. And the dog wouldn't say anything. So the dog's just sitting there panting, not a word, nothing out of this dog. Okay. So the guy gets so frustrated and he says, and then he's paying everybody off and he realizes, oh my gosh, I lost hundreds of dollars. This was terrible. And he leaves the bar and he's walking along the street and he says to the dog, what's wrong? How come you didn't talk? And the dog looks up and says, wait till tomorrow. Watch how much money we'll make off these suckers tomorrow. So that's a good one. All right, so guys, we always like to smile and do a little deep breathing. So we'll do our deep breathing now. Deep inhale. And you're always smiling during that. And relaxing, right? Okay, another one. And exhale, and one more deep breath in, gets you going in the morning. Super deep on that one. You can actually increase your lung capacity. And let it go. Relax a little bit. Okay, I'm going to leave you with a smile today because we did our deep breathing and smiling and joke at the end. All right, so guys, we'll see you. Today is Wolf Bite Wednesday, so watch for a cool video that we'll send a link to you on Facebook and through the email. And until then, guys, we will see you tomorrow. And until then, keep expecting success and